A confident and well-dressed group of 76ers making their way to the locker room earlier on. It's Saturday night and live on 2K Sports. We've got the excitement of the NBA for you tonight. This is Kevin Harlan with, Greg, so often we talk about depth, but how important is it for these teams to possess it?
Yeah, especially with the amount of injuries we see happen every season. It's so critical that teams have players that are ready to step up and produce. It really allow you to not have to change the way you play.
And the starting lineup for the Timberwolves. Edwards on the wing. He's joined by McDaniels. Rudy Gobert is out there with Randall, and it's Conley in at the point.
Absorbing contact really well. Randall will get a chance for one more at the free throw line.
The Timberwolves shooting their first free throw attempt on the night.
At the line for the Timberwolves, Julius Randle. At the line for one.
And Nick Nurse, Greg, the 26th head coach in 76ers franchise history.
And Kevin, known for his creativity and that outside-the-box thinking. I think it's a good fit with this forward-thinking front office.
3 misses to start the game, still trying to break the seal on that hoop.
Edwards finds Conley. Back to Edwards. Conley feeling it out, just 5 to shoot. And the 3 off target.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Grimes passes to Butler. Here's Bona. That's a floater go, and they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a 3-point play. There's always a surprise, isn't there, Clark, in the offseason? Let's go back to 2022. That offseason, the Timberwolves going all in on Rudy Gobert.
Basically, Kevin, they traded 5 firsts plus a bunch of good players for Gobert. It was derided at the time, and I can understand why, but Rudy's defense has taken them to another level, and he's actually been a little better offensively than people thought he would be.
Conley against Butler. Launches a 3. Gobert pulls it in.
Right now they're just 1 for 5. Rough start so far.
Conley, the pass to McDaniels. Conley kicks to McDaniels. Gobert with a screen on Edwards. A shot by McDaniels, no good. Philadelphia's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. A 3-pointer is right on target.
And good to get him going early. That shot should give him some confidence.
Perhaps he's set for a big night. I mean, he can be a difference maker for him when he's on his game.
Right side, Edwards. And right away, they match it with a 3-pointer of their own. Edwards got a pair of 3s now in the first quarter for the Timberwolves. And it's Nick Nurse calling timeout here. And coach has decided they need a moment to talk things over. Now let's take a look at some of the numbers for Jaden McDaniels.
And his 3-point shooting has gotten a lot better over his last 10 games. He looks so much more comfortable from beyond. There's no doubt he's got the green light to let it fly whenever the shot's there for him.
Pass to Grimes. Butler kicks to Yabusele. Good ball movement here by the 76ers. Here's Bona. Out to Edwards. Another three for Philadelphia.
Just a little confusion among the D as to who was supposed to be on.
Now here's McDaniels. Gobert the screen. They grab their own miss. A second chance effort. And it's Bona with the rebound.
I wouldn't say that's exactly his spot now. I mean, and you can see why.
Butler feeling it out a bit. Here's Bona. He's defended by Randall. And it's Bona missing.
Yeah, he just flat out tricked that one, missed it, and has no one to blame but himself.
Pass to McDaniels. Gobert with a screen for McDaniels. And the three ball is good.
He's trying to get it going offensively, but right now just 1 of 4 to start.
And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
I caught up with Coach Nick Nurse, and we talked about the bruising big man, Julius Randle. He told me Julius sets the tone for them with his physicality. So we have to try and match that. We can't let him bully his way into the lane and get to his spots. We have to make him uncomfortable. Kevin?
Thank you, David. Bangs home the trifecta.
If you want the title of 3-and-D player, you've got to make threes. McDaniels has really worked on that shot.
Outside Edwards. Pass to Bona. Back to Edwards. Sinks that one from the post. Edwards got 8 points. Looking at Philadelphia, they want to turn it around after the loss to the Bucks. And we've got a timeout called from Chris Finch. He wants to make some adjustments to the game plan, clearly. Walker's checked in for Edwards. And a change for the Timberwolves. DiVincenzo's checked in. Randall passes to DiVincenzo. Randall a screen on Butler. A three for DiVincenzo. Drains the three-pointer.
And how about the last 5 made shots have all been threes? The defense is just giving up a barrage.
Most teams get the message to cover shooters after 1 or 2 wide open looks at the three-point shot, but it seems like they have just not figured it out.
And finished off by McDaniels.
McDaniels going upstairs with an athletic move.
Here's Grimes. Edwards defending. Inside. Here's Bona. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. It's going to be on Rudy Gobert. You know, Clark, I've been wondering your thoughts on the possibility of the NBA shortening the season in an attempt to mitigate injury.
Look, Kevin, I've long been a proponent of a shorter season. I think 65, 66 games, 1 month less on the regular season would be great. We know load management didn't decrease injury rates, so I'm not sure a shortened schedule would either, but I do know it would improve the quality of play for the players, and I think that would be beneficial to the fans.
Edwards, he's checked in for Philadelphia. And the second free throw, good. Timberwolves leading by 7. DiVincenzo passes to Edwards. And here's Randall. Clock at 6. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Randall's got his second basket of the night.
They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
Yeah, they're lasered in. I mean, really making the most of their possession.
And he banks in the layup.
And they've scored several times already here in the first quarter on the inside.
Randall onside. Fires from deep. And it's Bona with the rebound. Bona's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Pass to Buck. They set the screen. Drills it from outside. And now it's just a 4-point Timberwolves lead.
Shots are just flowing for him right now, having a really strong quarter.
And there's the foul. It's on Justin Edwards. That's his first foul. Some changes for Philadelphia. Castleton's checked in, and Yabusele subbed in for Edwards. Minnesota also making some changes. Reed comes in for Rudy Gobert, and Nickeil Alexander-Walker in for McDaniels. Picked by Reed. Randall no good.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
Bagley with a wide open look. No good from outside. Timberwolves leading by 4. DiVincenzo kicks to Edwards. Randall a screen on Bagley.
And they got to keep him off the glass. For a little guy, he can be a handful on the offensive boards if you're not aware of him.
And Clark, here's a great guy to have in the rotation. Nickeil Alexander-Walker.
Loved him in college. Loved his versatility, and I thought it would translate nicely to the NBA. Took him a minute to find his rhythm, but he's got great length, which makes him versatile defensively, and he can play with just about anybody because he's got good all-around offensive skills.
Minnesota making a switch here. Clark's checked in. Here we are, 2 games left before the start of the playoffs. Let's take a look at the possible field. If you look at the Timberwolves, right now if the playoffs started, they would have the 7th seed.
Well, I think for Minnesota, they're one of those teams that hasn't quite figured it out this year. A lot of talent, a lot of heart, but nothing to put them up on that next level.
You know, it's really hard to figure out exactly what's been missing, but there is something missing that perhaps could be the system they're playing in.
The 76ers need to get off a shot. The 76ers again can't hit it. Minnesota leading by 6. Pass to DiVincenzo. Randall right side. Shoots. DiVincenzo can't hit it.
Boy, defense non-existent there, but they catch a break as he whiffs it.
And here's Bagley. Pass to Council. Now Bagley tries a 3. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
Yeah, these defenders had better start closing down on shooter.
To the paint, here's DiVincenzo. That's in, coming off an assist from Randall. Randall's got 3 assists in the game. Here's Hood Schifino. A look at his stats. He averages a bit over 8 points a game. Outside, Bagley. Shoots. Good. Shavino. Shot is off.
Tell you what, that is a missed opportunity from mid-range for sure. With as little defense as was shown, should have made that one.
Clark for three. And it's Philadelphia with the rebound. This game coming after a loss against the Bucks.
Well, I felt like they were never on the same page defensively in that one. Gave up way too many easy shots.
And, you know, that's all about effort, and I'm sure their coach let them have it for the lack thereof.
Bagley with the bucket. Bagley's got 5 now. Timberwolves leading by 3. Now DiVincenzo. He had 10 points in the win against Brooklyn. Alexander Walker. Randle outside. And so the ball's out of bounds. Reed touched it last. And now look at the teams that have shot the ball the best over the course of the last month. In fourth, the Timberwolves.
And really, the basketball IQ has just evolved. Just the way they move the ball and share it. They always find good looks.
The 76ers making a switch here. Grimes is checked in. For 3, Julius Randle with the rebound. Randle's got his 4th rebound in this one. The Timberwolves working the ball around now. Reed kicks to DiVincenzo. Reed with a screen for DiVincenzo. The Timberwolves again can't hit. The 76ers trail by 3. Pass to Castleton. Here's the screen. Lets it fly. Good. Shavino. Shot is off. And Clark has got the ball here for the Timberwolves. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Powerful move that time by Randle. And he'll go to the free throw line.
And this is his 2nd trip to the line in the game.
Julius Randle, 2 shots.
The first free throw is good.
And, you know, the impressive ascension of Randle has been a lot of fun to watch. I mean, he's a double-double threat who plays with relentless energy.
Good on both. Here's Bagley. He has 5. Jacks up a 3. Oh, and the buzzer beater's good.
Ringing the bell. That's the way to close the quarter.
Talk about lifting up a team and energizing them at the end of a quarter. A 3 at the buzzer, that'll do it.
It's been all about Jaden McDaniels for Minnesota. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific basketball instinct on display. And we've got more M2K Sports coming your way after this break. And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter, and we'll see what happens here in the second. And let's quickly break down the game we're watching with the Timberwolves, guys.
Yeah, in that first period, they looked to push in transition at every opportunity.
Yeah, I like the way they play. They're looking to get up and down the court every time. Racehorse basketball here tonight. Strap it up. Don't look down. You'll miss something.
76ers trailing. They've got Walker. Abusele out there with Butler. And it's Grimes in at the 2-guard spot. That's the group for Philadelphia to start the second quarter. And Greg, you think about what they call float game. Why does that one shot earn a nickname like that?
I mean, it's a badge of respect, right? The floaters, teardrops, whatever you call them, runners, often the finishing touch to an already well-developed offensive arsenal.
First free throw is good. He hits one, then this is the second attempt from the free throw line. When Naz Reid is out there, Clark, spacing the floor is a real asset for him.
For sure, and he really puts a lot of pressure on the defense because he can score from anywhere on the floor, and he's got great size and strength. And he does the little things too. I mean, you look at his points and rebounds, this guy gets deflections, he goes after loose balls, he gets you extra possessions on the glass, he steps in and takes charge. I mean, he does all the little and big things.
Shoot two.
Taking 2 shots.
And he makes the first. And so Butler nails both of them. Minnesota in the lead. Edwards looking it over. And good, as it just snugs right down through the net.
Boy, at the offensive end, his game is so impressive. I mean, he's a threat every time up the floor.
Butler passes to Yabusele. From past the arc, DiVincenzo with the rebound. Timberwolves leading by 3. Pass to Reid. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. Greg, this is some kind of note. Last year, Minnesota, for just the second time, had ever won a series in the postseason.
Yeah, they've been bounced in the first round, 10 of 12 appearances. But last year's team was different. Their elite defense fueled the conference finals run.
The first free throw is good.
I like the fact that Reid is pretty crafty. He's got a good understanding and feel for the game. I mean, he makes plays, especially around the hoop, that other big men can't.
And the Timberwolves making a change here. Conley's checked in. The 76ers trail by 5. A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Thank you, Kevin. Anthony Edwards is figuring things out. He said there's levels. My first few years, I looked for my shot and nothing else. I've learned that I can't win without my teammates and that I have to throw them the ball too. It's a team game. I know that now. Kevin, I know it too, so I'm throwing it back to you.
And you're the best teammate we could have. Thank you, David. And that's a block right there. He swats that ball away with some energy.
They're determined to add to the lead, not with more offense, but with big-time defense.
Timberwolves leading by 5. Pass to Reid. To the middle. And finished off by Gobert.
And creating a little separation here, gaining some confidence.
Yeah, you get the sense that they're going to start stretching this lead out a little bit.
Minnesota's gotten a lot of looks from outside tonight, 5 of 12. And again, it's Minnesota converting.
They've been going to him an awful lot this game, and you can see why. He's pouring it on.
There's the pick. Yabusele. The 76ers again can't hit it. And so Edwards will bring it up for the Timberwolves. They lead by their biggest margin of the game, 9. Pass to Reid. That's in there. Conley with the assist.
You can't allow Reid to get that kind of positioning. He's got great touch down there.
And we will have a timeout called by Nick Nurse. He's ready to talk things through with the team. McDaniels, he's checked in for Minnesota. The 76ers trail by 11. Three-pointer, Butler. It falls for his 5th field goal tonight. Now shooting 5 for 8.
It works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
Yeah, that's not the defense you need. You got to be tougher defensively.
And Philadelphia grabs the miss. Last time they came together was in Minnesota, where they felled the Wolves.
Yeah, tough game on the road. The guys you're defending, obviously comfortable shooting in their own building. You've got to find a way to break their rhythm.
Yeah, and it's not easy to do. Much easier said than done, but they're capable of making it happen. It just comes down, I think, to will and desire.
Minnesota leading by 6. Conley dishes to Edwards. Gobert with a screen for Edwards. Edwards with confidence.
And now he's taken a solid opening in the quarter and built on it here in the second.
Here's Grimes. His last outing with 20 points. Pass to Yabusele. 76ers moving the ball around. 3 on the clock. Another 3 for Philadelphia.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets 3, you fire 3 of your own. Boom.
As hot as he's been this quarter, the game plan is simple, folks. Get him the ball and get out of the way.
And with that shot, the Timberwolves lead is cut down to 7 on the bucket from Butler.
Oh, perfect timing there to knock down the teardrop.
Outside Edwards. They swipe it. Pass to Grimes. Lets it go from deep. Minnesota with the rebound. Gobert's got 6 rebounds now in the game.
And they continue to control the glass.
Guys, I think they've simply been the more physical team, and that's why they're ahead.
Edwards, that's good.
Yeah, you know, once Edwards flips that switch, now he stays fully engaged. His offensive arsenal is on full display.
Here's Butler. Solid play in the low block, and that one's good. Butler's got 18 points in the game. And it's Conley with the ball for Minnesota. They've led by as many as 11 points. Reed with it. He's coming off a 10-point game against the Nets in Brooklyn. Good on the triple. 7 points in the game.
Yeah, the D with very little pressure on their perimeter shooters. 3 of the last 5 baskets they've allowed have been from beyond.
And Walker kicks to Yabusele. Tried to come right back with a 3 of his own, but it's no good. Out to Conley. Pass to Reed. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
And the lead should be safe if they can keep shooting the basketball like this.
Yeah, they're cracking. Absolutely cracking and looking to pad that lead.
And let's get your take, guys, on the scoring breakdown for the Timberwolves.
You know, right from the start, it seemed they got hot from three-point range, pulling apart the defense and racking up the points, too.
And it seems they've also put an emphasis on moving the ball, working to rotate around the defense and find those quality looks. And they have yet to miss a shot from the line here this quarter.
Yeah, you have to make teams pay for fouling you. That's why they call them free. And they've done exactly that, made them pay.
Pass to Bona. Here's Hood Schifino. And a miss there on the triple.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Yeah, double-digit advantage on the scoreboard. They've taken the initiative. They've played, I think, with more purpose so far.
Outside, Walker. Pass to Hood Schifino. Shoots over McDaniel. The 76ers again can't hit it. Now here's Gobert. Reed in the post. 10 points for him. Reed with a screen on Bagley. Conley gets the bucket.
Well-rounded effort, and they show no signs of letting up.
Almost no holes in their performance tonight. They've been tremendous.
Inside. Outside, Bagley. Pass to Walker. Here's Castleton. And just miss after miss right now.
And even with good coverage defensively that time, he has confidence to drill the three.
Out to Conley. The three. And Philadelphia grabs the miss. Clark, if you had one word to describe Mike Conley, what would it be?
Reliable, steadfast, dependable. And I know that's three, but I wanted to give you three different words I could use to describe him. Only 2 seasons in his whole career has he not played at least 50 games. That speaks to durability and professionalism.
And so Chris Finch calls for the timeout. This will give him a chance to discuss some potential alterations. So both teams making some changes here. And a brief moment now to see who's atop the NBA in blocks. Fourth, Rudy Gobert.
There aren't going to be many nights when you don't see him affect the game with his shot blocking ability.
Clark, the pass to Randall. Back to Clark. Pass to DiVincenzo. Clark outside. 5 on the clock. Oh, the lob to Gobert. Here's Hood Schifino. He's coming off a 16-point game against Milwaukee. Here's Castleton. Another 3 for Philadelphia.
Boy, a big man with great touch from deep, always a valuable commodity in today's game.
Pass to Alexander Walker. 6 on the shot clock. Another miss by Minnesota.
Boy, he's got to be kicking himself for failing to make that shot. That's money.
Here's Hood Schifino. He's defended by Randall. Hood Schifino shot is off. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Just an attacker is Randall. Always seems like he's being sent to the line.
He is 3 for 3 from the free throw line.
Taking 2 shots.
That one is off. And no good on the second free throw, so he goes 0 for 2 there.
And lost his touch right there. Didn't see that coming. Usually, when he's hot, he stays hot.
Shoots a 3. Minnesota with the rebound. Gobert's got rebound number 7 for him tonight. Alexander Walker passes to Clark. Gobert with a screen for DiVincenzo. Another miss by Minnesota. The 76ers trail by 9. Pass to Hood Schifino. And here's Bagley.
That's his first personal foul. Third team foul.
55 seconds left here in the second. Here's Grimes.
Well, I admire the fact he's trying to power through this rough stretch, but on occasion you'll have periods like this.
Out of bounds. It'll be 76ers ball. .44 seconds left to play in the first half. Pass to Bagley. Here's Grimes. 5 points in the game. A three-pointer off the mark.
And they hold a huge advantage on the backboard.
And that's been the key to this lead. I mean, they've really dominated the glass.
A fantastic decision-making big. Randall with the right choice there, finding the open man.
Outside, Bagley. Here's Hood-Chavino. Oh, he got it!
Ice cold.
He beats the buzzer!
Count it up.
Oh, big-time shot!
How about that?
Woo.
Yo!
Very important triple there at the buzzer. That halftime deficit looks a lot more manageable when it's in single digits.
And we've reached halftime in this one. Timberwolves lead by 8. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much. Here with Nick Nurse. Coach, the efficiency wasn't there in the first half. What adjustments do you need to make?
I thought we got pretty good shots, and if we're not going to score, it makes getting our defense set up difficult. So you got to keep shooting them. Hopefully start making some of them.
You can't score until you shoot, Coach. Thanks. Back to you.
All right, Dave, thank you. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter soon to follow. Right here on 2K Sports.
Get ready for the fan half-court shot from Lee. They're measuring up that shot. One more time. A round of applause for the participants.
Hello and welcome, basketball fans. The first half coming to an end with a deficit for the Philadelphia 76ers.
When you have fewer possessions than your opponent, your chances decrease. They have to find a way to rebound in the second half.
SOF, capital T, soft. I get mad watching them play.
And next up on the docket, a look at some upcoming games. Over at Little Caesars Arena, the Pistons will face off against the Grizzlies. That's a 7 p.m. tip-off Eastern Time.
Now, this could be a close one, guys. Two evenly matched teams. I don't really know what else to say.
And two fantastic teams. Could be a preview for the postseason. Thanks for joining us. Now let's toss it to Kevin Harlan for the start of the second half.
And we hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. We're halfway through the game. Anthony Edwards has been exceptional here, guys.
Yeah, he's just been raining down on them from deep here. Talk about dialed in.
Well, the stroke looks fantastic. Even when he's had a hand in his face, it hasn't affected him at all.
The 76ers trail by 8. And on the floor for Chris Finch as we get into the second half. Conley and Edwards are the guards. Randall out there with Gobert. And it's McDaniels in at the small forward position. Grimes with the bucket. Grimes has got his third basket of the night right there.
And you gotta love the big bucket in the paint in this sort of a grinded out game.
Here's Edwards. And it's Grimes with the rebound. Grimes has got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Here's Butler, and he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
Clearly a foul.
Yeah, he took a shot there, earned those free throws.
He's made 2 of his 3 attempted tonight. First one falls for him. And so Butler nails both of them. Timberwolves leading by 4. And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, thank you very much. The Timberwolves have become a rough and rugged team. Swingman Jaden McDaniels said, "We don't let nobody push us around. We're always being physical defensively. I feel like we're a tough team, super tough." And Kevin, they certainly have the size to hold their own.
Always being physical. But David, that's their identity. And we thank you for the report.
Feeling it. No doubt about it. He's definitely feeling it right now, shooting a terrific percentage from the field.
And this is his 4th trip to the free throw line tonight.
At the line for your Sixers, Jared Butler. 1 shot.
That free throw good from Butler. Here's Conley. Taking a look at the scoring numbers, right now he averages about 9 points a game. Pass to Edwards. Nails the wide open jump shot. Edwards got 22 points.
Really like what Edwards did there, assertive in the two-man game.
To the inside. Butler against Conley. Butler, no good. And Randall has got the ball here for Minnesota. Got that one up quick. McDaniels got 11.
They're doing work here in the second half. 3 or 4 to start.
Pass to Bona. It's stolen by Gobert. Randall gets to Conley. Outside Edwards. McDaniels sets a screen for Edwards. No one covering. And now an 11-point Timberwolves lead.
Everything working for them out of the half as they've hit 4 of their first 5 shots.
And it's Nick Nurse calling timeout here. He's made the decision. He wants to huddle up with his guys. Here we are, 2 games left before the start of the playoffs. Let's take a look at the possible field. Look at Philadelphia. It's been a rough season for them. The good news is the lottery is only a couple months away.
Right now for Philadelphia,
They've had such a disappointing season. Even when they've gotten a little bit of momentum, they haven't been able to keep it going.
And when you talk about inconsistency, I think a lot of it has to go to the players because ultimately they're the ones that dictate how they perform.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
Guys, that's putting it mildly. I mean, they've been absolutely dominant.
Nice ball movement by Minnesota. Shot clock at 5. Randall from outside. Rebound by the 76ers. Here's Grimes. He's got 7. Pass to Butler. Here's Grimes. Will it go? It's stolen by Gobert. Jumps up and slam dunk by Gobert.
Stay clear of Gobert on the dunk now. The force he goes to the rim with is mighty.
Back to Butler. Now Edwards. Here's Bona, defended by Gobert. Anthony Edwards with the rebound. Edwards got rebound number 5 here tonight. Anthony Edwards is a classic 2-guard, Clark, a spectacular player. What has impressed you most about his development?
Well, he's got a great body. He had it when he got into the league after just 1 year of college. Tremendous basketball body, strength and length. and bounce. Now he's worked on refining his skill. I think the biggest thing that's impressed me is not only his work ethic, but his poise. He's not a guy that plays frantically. He plays with intentionality and purpose, and that's a tough thing to do when you've got his athletic ability and you're as young as he is.
Lonnie Walker, he's checked in for Edwards. Reed, he's checked in for Minnesota. Screen by McDaniel. The Timberwolves again can't hit. The 76ers trail by 13. Grimes passes to Butler. Here's Yabusele. Wants to get it to Reed, and does. Down low, Randle banked in off the glass. And that's 11 points for Julius Randle.
Randle's got an unorthodox game, but he's got a good, strong upper body, which makes him a very consistent scorer inside.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
Yeah, I couldn't agree with you more. I mean, that's the message they were sending with that foul. Nothing easy inside.
That free throw good from Butler.
And even though they're down, they are putting on a show at the free throw line.
Yeah, they're making the most of their opportunities at the stripe, and they'll need to keep it up to take the lead.
He's off on the second. Timberwolves on offense. They're on a 14-4 run. Pass to Alexander Walker. Launches it. And it's Philadelphia with the rebound.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Another miss by Philadelphia.
He had 6 points from long range in the first half, but nothing's fallen here since.
Edwards finds Reed. The fader. And there are the Timberwolves with another bucket.
Naz Reid is a very good shooting big.
Butler passes to Walker. Butler sets a screen for Walker. Three-pointer. Reed with the rebound. Minnesota leading by 16. Edwards the bounce pass. Reed with the screen on Butler. Back to Alexander Walker. Clock at 4. It's hauled in by the 76ers. Owner's got his 6th rebound on the night. Grimes passes to Butler. Outside, Walker. Stolen by McDaniels. An even 3-on-3 break. Here's Alexander Walker, defended by Butler. Pass to Reed. Shot clock at 6. Here's Edwards. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. And you see, don't you, Clark, the steady progression year over year for Anthony Edwards.
Well, he's already an all-star since his 3rd season. With Edwards, the chance is there, if he continues to show the same improvement he's shown thus far, that he's going to be MVP caliber, and I dare say, perhaps the face of the league for several years to come.
Free throw good, Edwards.
How about the work ethic of Anthony Edwards? Not to mention that linebacker build and the sweet shooting stroke, but what he wants most is to see his team succeed. That's what you love about AE.
Both shots good from the stripe. And it seems a new era is upon us, GA. A lot of young stars and young teams vying for the status of household names.
Kevin, the casual fans might have to update their frame of reference, right? Especially since a lot of these new stars are playing in smaller markets.
From beyond the arc, Minnesota with the rebound. Reed's got 6 rebounds now in the game. That's in, coming off an assist from Randle. Randle's got his 6th assist on the night.
Every year, it seems like Randle's playing with more awareness. That's why you can now run the offense through him.
Here's Hood-Schifino. And he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in. And so Chris Finch calls for the timeout. He wants to talk to his guys. Dante DiVincenzo. He's checked in for McDaniels. Now that we have a second, let's take a quick peek at the rebounding numbers for the last handful of seasons for Julius Randle.
We've seen him regress as a rebounder these past few seasons. His numbers have come down in that department, and I'd like to see him concentrate on bringing them back up. I'm sure the team would as well. You can never have enough rebounding.
Alexander Walker passes to DiVincenzo. Back to Alexander Walker. From the line, that's good on the jump shot. Edwards got 29.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Clearly just an example of a different mindset between these teams.
Yeah, terrific play right there. Great strength to finish through the contact.
That's exactly how it should be done. Get the bump, concentrate on the shot, and you'll get the bucket too.
Marcus Bagley.
That's good from Bagley. Now here's Randle. 11 points in the game. Pass to Edwards. Reed with a screen on Bagley. To the paint. And Reed throws it down.
All Reed's looking for is an opportunity. They've given him that, and he's been outstanding.
Bagley from outside. Hits it from three-point range. Bagley's got 6 points in the quarter.
And this is the game plan for him. He's a big part of their floor spacing.
And you know what? It's all about the long distance game for him tonight. He's getting it done from out there.
It's Randle with the drive and the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
That's his third.
When he has his momentum going forward, when Randle's playing downhill, it's really a foul waiting to happen.
Take a break. Take a break. Taking 2 shots.
That free throw good from Randle. Both free throws good from Randle.
And if they continue, Kevin, their outstanding free throw shooting, that'll help them seal the deal.
Yeah, they've not missed a single foul shot this half, and that's taking care of business, fellas.
The kick out to Walker. Pass to Yabusele. Pulls it from 20. Good. Shafino. Shot is off.
Well, you know, you'd like to see a little more effort there defensively, but maybe they wanted him to take that shot, baited him into it.
And here's Edwards from the arc. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Edwards got 2 now from beyond the arc in the third for the Timberwolves.
2 minutes remaining in the third. 2 minutes.
High post Bagley. Edwards there. Good ball movement here by the 76ers. And here's Walker outside. Another 3 for Philadelphia.
The real come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
A little back and forth from long range. I love it. That's a terrific answer there.
Randle from outside. And Hood Shafino pulls it down. Pass to Bagley. Here's Hood Shafino. They set the pick. Off target from outside. 1:04 left to play in the third. Sinks the three-pointer. Alexander Walker's got 5 points so far.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
Well, I'm going to credit the screen. I mean, that's a good, strong pick he lays there.
And so far going for more of an inside presence here in the second half, getting away from the three-point shot.
The 76ers have gone 9 of 13 from the line. Both teams will make substitutions. And that one misses. Minnesota leading by 19 points. Edwards with it. Picked up by Bagley. Reed gets the bucket. Reed's got 8 points here in this quarter.
This is some kind of performance we're seeing from him today. He is yet to miss a shot.
Pass to Bagley. Here's Bona. Guarded by Reed. Bagley from outside. It's good again, and an excellent 7 for 8 shooting night so far. And here is DiVincenzo. He's got 7. Lets it go with the 3. And again, Minnesota with the triple. And so it's the Minnesota Timberwolves sitting at a 21-point lead to end the quarter. And with as many three-pointers as they've drained, it's easy to see why they're on the cusp of a blowout. We'll get you back to the action after this break. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Yeah, and with the accuracy to go along with that vision. I mean, he put the ball in the absolute perfect spot. That's how you orchestrate it.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. Bagley is out there with Yabusele. Then it's Butler. Then it's Walker. And it's Grimes in at the 2 spot. That's the group on the floor for Philadelphia. The 76ers trail by 21.
Right there.
Outside Butler. They set the pick. The 3. Gobert pulls it in. Gobert's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. McDaniels. He can't get it to go. And it's Butler with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Philadelphia 76ers. Three-pointer Bagley. Reed with the rebound. Reed's got his 8th rebound here tonight. A nice shot by McDaniels.
Nice looking teardrop by the swing man McDaniels. Love watching his offense continue to evolve and grow.
Outside for Bagley. Puts it up. The 76ers with another miss. Timberwolves leading by 23. McDaniels with the ball. He's picked up by Walker. And slam dunk by Gobert.
One of the best lob partners in the business, Rudy Gobert.
Now Butler. Outside Bagley. Back to Butler. Over Conley. Butler, no good. The Timberwolves have gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play. Here's Reed, and the Timberwolves tack on 2 more.
Well, part of their game plan was to block out the noise and just stay focused.
And what's been impressive is that it's not been any one player. It's been a collective effort, contributions from everybody.
And that 4th foul, guys, might force him to scale back the aggression from a defensive standpoint. He does not need, nor does the team need, number 5.
And the Timberwolves making a change here. Edwards is checked in. Over in the corner, McDaniels. Pass to Reed. McDaniels kicks to Edwards. Conley with it. Gobert with a screen for Conley. Knocks down the 3 ball.
Conley.
one of the league's more reliable three-point shooters. Conley didn't always have that in his game, but he's lethal now.
Butler from outside. The 76ers again can't hit it. Minnesota's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. GA, what effect do you think the rule to limit flopping has had since it was put into place in the NBA?
Well, I do think we're seeing less theatrics, and there were fines before, but a flop now might impact the game itself. So I'd say it's been a bit of a deterrent.
That free throw missing.
A superstar level talent for sure. Anthony Edwards is awesome, but I like his competitive spirit as much as his skills.
Yabusele, he's checked in for the 76ers. Minnesota also with the sub. Alexander Walker's checked in. He hits the second from the line.
Of course, he didn't have an attempt there in the first half. He's hoping to be a little bit more active and aggressive here and draw some fouls here in the second.
That's a 2 from Butler. Gets a very good look and converts. Butler's got 26.
And with those points, he puts an end to that 10-0 run by the Timberwolves.
For 3, Edwards. Here's Gobert. And slam dunk by Gobert.
The endless reach of Gobert. Those long arms sometimes seems like he's everywhere. An overwhelming presence on the offensive glass.
Shot's good by Walker.
Defensively, there was a lack of aggressiveness, and it really made it easy for him to knock that shot down.
Conley the pass to Edwards. Now here's Reed. 9 for 9, looking deadly accurate. Like guys he cannot miss.
Tell you, I love the effort from the defense there, but inside, Reed just had the strength to overpower him.
Here's Grimes. Another 3 for Philadelphia.
And you're asking for more trouble than you can handle if you're going to let him just roam free from beyond the arc.
Pass to Reed. Greg, a lot of parity around the NBA. You think fans like that?
It's a great question, Kevin. And there are trade-offs, but as a league, you've got to foster competition and live with the results. And the reality is, it doesn't feel better when there are more teams that have a legitimate chance to win it all.
No good on the 3. And Walker's got the ball here for the Philadelphia 76ers. Shot by Grimes. No good.
Just not much success when it comes to shooting.
Conley gets the bucket.
And Conley, such a high IQ. When the mid-range opens up like that, he goes right up without hesitation.
And Walker kicks to Butler. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So 1 free throw coming up.
Great job of screening there. Nice job to take it to the rim and get the finish.
And the 76ers making a change here. Hood Schifino's checked in.
At the line for your Sixers, Jared Butler. Shooting 1.
And Minnesota has possession. Pass to Reed. Gobert with a screen for Reed. From outside, off the mark.
After hitting 1 3 in the first half, he's been unable to dial in from deep since then.
Another miss by Philadelphia. For Minnesota, they've gone 8 of 13 from the field since the start of the fourth, sinking the majority of their shots. Conley the pass to Alexander Walker. Reed with a screen on Walker. Hits the three-point bomb. Alexander Walker's got 9 points now in just the second half. Here's Butler. There's a screen to the middle. It's stolen by Gobert. Going inside, and 2 shots coming up at the line as he gets fouled on the shot. And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for Minnesota.
Well, I think they've been lethal from beyond the arc this game, no doubt about it. Hard to defend such spot-on shooting.
Another place they've had the upper hand tonight is in transition. They've gotten a bunch of their points off the fast break.
And he knocks down the first one.
What you can't help but notice this half is how good they've been from the free throw line. Lights out.
Julius Randle's checked in for the Timberwolves. And so, Alexander Walker nails both of them. Clark, some people have claimed there is too much talent now in this NBA and not enough teams.
Interesting point. I don't know if I fully agree with it. Clearly, talent has always been the driver in the league. I think because the league is generally younger, that the talent is not as refined, so therefore you have a little disjointedness with teams. But the blend of talent into teamwork is still what the best teams do at a high level.
Good on the three-point shot.
I like the offensive awareness to exploit that lack of coverage on that play.
Now here's Gobert. He's guarded closely. Back to Conley. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Alexander Walker. The Timberwolves again can't hit. Pass to Butler. Here's Grimes. To the inside. Butler, no good. Minnesota shooting impressively throughout at 62%. Count the basket. Alexander Walker's got 13 points in the second half.
And he's shaking off that slow start, giving them a boost here in the second.
Pass to Yabusele. Outside Butler. There's the three. And that's out of bounds. Philadelphia will retain possession. And that kind of stifling effort on defense needs another look.
And guys, they'll think twice about attempting that shot again. That was a big-time rejection.
Minnesota on D. Good ball movement here by the 76ers. 6 to shoot. Lets the three fly. Minnesota with the rebound.
You know, he's just chucking it up from distance this quarter. If you're going to do this, especially in the second half, you better make them.
Pass to Gobert. Over Butler. They get the rebound. The 76ers shooting 40% from the field. Greg, we know players are not shy about criticizing officiating. Anything you'd try to change or improve with the way the game is called?
Well, I like when the players and the refs get together in the offseason to go over video examples. And I think one thing that's important is you got to have relationships between the players and the officials. And then I think the fans can also then kind of get on the same page. There are going to be missed calls out there. That will never change.
At the line for the Timberwolves, Rudy Gobert. One shot.
One shot.
I'm with you.
Gobert, no good on that free throw. The Special K, we know the trade for Rudy Gobert took some time to click, but now it's looking like a great move.
Well, you know, figuring out how to play two bigs in this day and age with the way the game is played, pretty tricky, a slippery slope. And they stayed with it, to their credit, the Minnesota Timberwolves. And once they got it sorted out, Gobert was a force with his defense and his scoring out of the pick and roll. And I think one of the things undervalued in Gobert's improvement is the addition of Mike Conley. They've got a tremendous relationship, and I think Mike Conley's presence has been a real asset for Gobert as well.
The real come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
A little back and forth from long range. I love it. That's a terrific answer there.
Here's Alexander Walker. Count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for the Timberwolves.
You don't see this kind of a blowout often, but tonight this is a quality win across the board to deliver out this kind of punishment.
They definitely never changed the approach. They just kept after it and showed they were clearly the better team in just about every single category.
And these guys already with 45 wins on the year. So tonight will make it 46.
Really, they had their number this season. 2 wins, a home win, and an away win.
Yeah, you know, I thought the result might be a little different this time around, but clearly I was mistaken. Now they'll have to wait till next year for a shot at revenge.
And guys, one of the steady and outstanding players putting in another impressive performance, it was a big-time outing for Anthony Edwards.
Boy, from a scoring standpoint, he was absolutely sensational. Made the game look easy tonight.
Shooting for Minnesota, Nickeil Alexander-Walker. 2 shots.
Shoot 2.
Free throw drops for Alexander Walker. Miller's checked in for the Timberwolves. Clark comes in for Edwards. He hits both from the stripe. And so it's Butler with it. He'll bring it up for the Philadelphia 76ers. Over to the left wing. Pass to Bona. Tries again. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Oh, the officials are all over that one.
Clearly a foul. I mean, didn't give him any choice but to blow the whistle. I mean, you got to play without fouling.
Taking 2 shots.
And the first one at the line is good. Minnesota making a switch here. Garza's checked in. And so he makes both from the line. 36 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. From deep. A shot by Alexander Walker, no good. Philadelphia with the ball. 16 seconds left in the game. Butler passes to Yabusele. Out to the wing. Here's Grimes. Sinks the three-pointer. And so it's the Timberwolves taking care of business here. This one was over well before the final buzzer. The fans were waiting for something to get excited about, Greg, but they never got it.
They sure didn't. I mean, they just rolled to this win. They made it look really easy. What an efficient performance at both ends.
It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks very much, Mike. The game is flowing for you. What is it like to be on a win streak like this?
Well, the game's just back to being easy again, you know, just making the right plays, playing off of the teammates, and guys are just really being unselfish. And it's easy for me to play in that style, and it's fun to be around.
You sure look like you're having fun, man. Thanks very much. Back to you.
Thank you, David. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan along with our terrific 2K Sports crew, thanking you for tuning in.